Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First off, thank you all for coming. I know last year everyone was sad that they're like, hey, why don't you do EMC, blah, 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 blah. I said, inshallah, next year. So we're very happy to be back. On behalf of EMC, we thank you all for coming. I know it's not easy. Some of you guys took time off of work. Some of y'all, you got to pay a lot of money for flights, hotels, all that. So, barakallahu fikum, and thank you guys all for coming. My name is Abdurahman Saeed. I am born and raised Worcester, Massachusetts. I now reside in Houston. If you want to know where my parents are from, some of y'all were asking, you can ask me after, inshallah. Before we begin, it is only befitting that we start with the best way to start this convention, inshallah, and that is with the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, from Virginia, reciting ayahs from Surah Al-Luqman, I would like to call to stage Mazen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد آتينا لقمان الحكمة أن اشكر لله ومن يشكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن الله غني حميد وإذ قال لقمان لابنه وهو يعظه يا بني لا تشرك بالله إن الشرك لظلم عظيم ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه حملته أمه وهنا على وهن وفصاله في عامين أن اشكر لي ولوالديك إلي المصير وإن جاهداك على أن تشرك بي ما ليس لك به علم فلا تطعهما وصاحبهما في الدنيا معروفا واتبع سبيل من أناب إلي ثم إلي مرجعكم فأنبئكم بما كنتم تعملون يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل فتكون في صخرة أو في السماوات أو في الأرض يأت بها الله إن الله لطيف خبير يا بني أقم الصلاة وأمر بالمعروف وانه عن المنكر واصبر على ما أصابك إن ذلك من عزم الأمور
تكبير 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is not part of my script, but part of the ayahs from Surah Al-Luqman talks about being excellent to your parents. And I just wanted to throw in a quick dua. May Allah forgive and shower mercy on our parents. Some of them are not with us, some of them are with us, so may Allah forgive them all. Barakallahu feekum. Bismillah. Okay, so now, inshallah, I will go over some ground rules. First off, everybody, you should have a lanyard. And make sure you have your lanyard with you at all times. If you do not have a lanyard with you, a volunteer will come and ask for your ticket. You're going to have to go buy a ticket, whatever. So inshallah, just make sure you have your lanyard with you at all times. If you turn your lanyard around, you will see 3 yellow meal tickets. One of those meal tickets is for Friday. We will have dinner today, inshallah, after Asr. And then 2 of those meal tickets are for 2 meals tomorrow, Saturday, inshallah. And they're already paid for. You already paid for them with your admissions ticket. So, yes. And we are going to have food. Diyanat Center has a cafe. If you walk out this building to the right, there's going to be a sign that says cafe. That's where the restaurant is, and that's where we're going to be eating our lunch and dinner, inshallah. Next thing, inshallah, Sunday we will have a picnic. We have a table outside that's selling tickets. Barakallahu fikum to the DMV Eritrean community. They're hosting us. So make sure just to avoid lines on Sunday to grab your tickets beforehand, so we're not lining up and we can eat quickly and swiftly, inshallah. A lot of you guys have already done parking. Inshallah, parking, you have access to the convention center through one entry. You have access to the cafe and access to the masjid. So the parking garage can get you to anywhere in the masjid underground. We have a sign that says EMC convention. Just look out for that, and inshallah, you'll get inside to the convention center. Daycare, for those of us that have, for those of you that have kids, will be right outside this building to the left. Between here and the masjid, there is a guest house. That building will have daycare for children. Also, for those of you that are looking to get married, inshallah, matrimonial tickets close today at 5. So within the hour, inshallah, in 40 minutes. So make sure to get your matrimonial tickets. Program schedule is emailed to everyone, so check your email for the program. And if you need help, just ask a volunteer. They'll be able to get you access to the program on your phone. Everything is digital, so you'll always have it. Inshallah, for every salah, we will be praying at the masjid. After Asr today, at 5:15, in about an hour, we're going to pray Asr, and then we're going to have lunch at the cafe, like I said earlier. So make sure to bring your meal ticket. Inshallah, we're going to eat. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Abdurahman, a long-standing leader and pillar of the EMC community. He served as EMC chairman from 2007 to 2008 and has contributed as a board member over the years. Now in his second term as chairman, he continues to serve with dedication. A father of 3, he is also an active member of the Columbus, Ohio community. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Abdurahman to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. أبشروا أنت أميهم له. تم مسح قريبة هذا الله إن شاء الله. تم مسح ريت مسحكم دلهم. كم زعب دون دبلو ساعات حمشتن فرغان دحري عصر صلاة. كم بلعنا إن شاء الله. كم زعب دوني جزاك الله خير for the introduction. جزاك الله خير for the قراءة. بارك الله فيك. جمعات مشت كل جزء EMC هدئ دبلة زحل دبلة جماعة رأينا نجمر صباح. دبز حسب صباح سلدمت سخاء نالبات بيزخوني صباح توسخي أبزي حجر زارب وزاربا welcome. By the way, I'm going to say what I'm saying in English in a minute here. There's a lot more older folks here, so I have to be fair to them. إن شاء الله تبزح زاربا تبزح presentationات صباح خطري وياكم عبدون خمر حنا إيو بمدب إن شاء الله. لو ما عملتي proper welcome لازم مسيخم دلهم كدم حجي attend زجبركمن نمجمع رجزي بزي EMC تساتفوا دلهم نقولاتكم welcome بلكم تم كدم حجي لما زربركم قاعد حن تملسكم تم نمجمع رجزي لما تأخذ دماني قاعد حن ما تأخذ نمجمع رجزي سلت مصدر لهم مالتي بزعبا EMC تم بزحت فلتوا يخم ناخذ عمتات experience دلكم بزحت حدشتون سلازلونا إن شاء الله خطوة بخطوة بقربتي EMC فتفيتنا خنا قرب لكم هنا EMC تاي تمثل انتاي جرا ودحر حجة انتاي يتبعي الله. I'm going to say my introduction in English. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear respected participants of the EMC 19th Annual Convention, on behalf of the Executive Committee, the EMC Convention Committee, and the EMC Board in general, I present to you my heartfelt salam and welcome you to our much anticipated event, the EMC 19th Annual Convention in Maryland. It is such an honor to have your presence here today to attend our annual convention, as has been for over 20 years of this organization's existence. To those of you who have attended our conventions in the past, I say welcome back. And to those attending for the first time, I say welcome. Alf marhaba wa nawartum. Whether you're a frequent participant or a newcomer to our convention, I guarantee you that you will find a heartfelt spirit of brotherhood, a sisterhood, inspiration, and a message of solidarity with one another this weekend. Just a brief introduction of when EMC was established and so on. In the summer of 2003, you can count back, that's 22 years back, exactly on the same weekend, 22 years back. A group of dedicated and concerned individuals invited us to come together to attend the first annual EMC convention in the city of Alexandria, Virginia, at a Hampton Inn, a few blocks away from the Skyline Mall. Anybody know where the Skyline Mall is? If you're from the DC area and you don't know where Skyline Mall is, I gotta question your DMV status. Okay, Sheikh Yusuf, you're the only one, unfortunately. So they had met a year before in 2002 and discussed the need to announce the birth of this organization at a convention. So about 65 people attended this convention, which marked the birth of this organization with a commitment to bring all Eritrean Muslims in North America, including Canada and beyond, under one roof to discuss issues that matter to us as Eritrean Muslims and to find ways to empower our communities socially, educationally, spiritually, and economically. So EMC has stayed on that path for over 20 years, and despite the lack of resources. But we are grateful to those who served this organization and those who have supported it in different ways, including all of you, over the years. And we are especially grateful to our local community organizations who have been supporting the mission for many years. We'll have a lot more to talk about what EMC has accomplished over the last 20-something years. And we'll have a discussion about the challenge that we face as an organization, the challenge that we face as a community in general. And how we go about that is we open up the discussion among panelists, board members, and encourage people to attend the elections, get elected, serve in the board, and contribute. That's how the organization has been moving, and that's what we need to make sure happens over the weekend. But some of the achievements that we may not be able to present to you during this weekend, there are some non-tangible things. You know, I can say we built a masjid here, we fixed the high school in Sudan, we educated 150 people. I mean, these are tangible things. These are things that you can see and feel, and you can prove, and you can have a graph and statistics and so on and so forth. And that's all good, because we can say that we have done this and we feel good about that. But there are some non-tangible things. There are some people that miss out on what EMC has been for all of us. And I'm going to tell you what EMC has been for me and my family and my friends and my circle of friends. So I was there in that summer of 2003 as a grad school student. I was probably one of the youngest people in that auditorium at the Hampton Inn. So I remember it very clearly from the time that we set up until the time that we concluded the convention in 2003. It was an impossible thing to happen, to have people from California, from Canada, from Ottawa, Toronto area. We've had people from the Atlanta area, Florida, Ohio, Southern California, Northern California, people from the DC area, to have to bring all of those people, I'm just trying to mention the audacity that those people had at that point in time. And to bring an agenda, audacious agenda, to try to organize all the communities and to try to organize conventions and to even claim or foresee that this organization can support and empower our local communities and so on and so forth. That feeling of sitting among those people and being a part of it, or being provided the opportunity to even help. That feeling is what moves me as Abdurahman to this day. If those people had to bill for their services, for their time, and keep in mind some of those conventions, we funded ourselves from our pockets. So those people paid for the hotel, paid for the food, paid for in advance, hoping that maybe the community will come together and support us. If not this year, maybe next year. If not next year, maybe the year after that. So there has been a lot of money spent, when you look at the average Eritrean Muslims' income or the percentage of money that they spend on charities. Those people have gone above and beyond anybody else that you can mention in our communities. And you know the fate of so many organizations in the arena of Eritrean organizations in general. This organization has survived for the last 20-something years, primarily because the people who established it, they were not given up. Even if they had to come up money from their own pockets, even if they had to lead the board many years in a row without a break, even if they had to be the ones setting things up, cleaning things up, even if they had to be the ones pushing without any, and they're including their wives and their kids. We have EMC kids here. And if you're an EMC kid, you could raise your hands. Anybody? MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. They made it a mission that they onboarded their own wives and children to be part of this whole mission. So the following from our communities has been great, but their endeavors, their commitment is what carried this organization this far. So you have to have a long, deep breath for anybody to be willing to continue working on an organization such as EMC that has no source of money, no specific source of community support. Yes, we have here and there community support. No governmental support. You have to have a commitment that's as strong as a steel. So I'm saying this because over the weekend we're going to discuss things that we have accomplished and things that we might have said we were going to accomplish, but we probably never did, and for understandable reasons. I just want us to all be fair to whoever has been serving in this organization for the last 20-something years, to give them a break. And the message mainly that we're going to focus over the weekend is for the youth to not take things for granted. This is for you. It has been for me. I've come to know so many of my older brothers, uncles, older brothers and sisters that have established this organization. I've come to know them personally, and it has boosted me up professionally over the years. And so there was a lot to learn from these people. And EMC has continued to be a great center of networking among each other. And if it wasn't for EMC, I probably would not have met most of you here. Dr. Nasruddin, if it wasn't for EMC, we would not have met. Dr. Nasruddin is among the people who have helped us over the years, with youth programs and stuff like that. So EMC has played many roles, and EMC has accomplished many things that we can, put it on a scale here. But the non-tangible things, the things that we just forget about, that we don't really consider as we are kind of talking about what EMC has done or not done. EMC has been a big family reunion for all of us, So Just take that, keep that in mind, and you're going to see that over the weekend. And like I said, cherish the moments. You know, there might be little things that, you know, the Shahin Dihir Zihila, it's okay, you know, just skip through it. You know, there's greater things that you're here for. Let's not pick on the little things, but we're going to make sure that you have a great weekend. And inshallah, if you have any concerns, any questions, any accommodations that you like over the weekend to make your stay even better, come talk to me. We have the convention committee leads here, over 20, 30 people, 40 people volunteering. It's great participation that we are seeing. We like to continue on that. But without any further ado, I'm going to bring back Abduni so we can go on with our program, because otherwise I'm going to keep going here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back.
Jazakumullah khairan, Doctor. Inshallah, now we will begin a recording from Sheikh Ismail Mukhtar. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come today, but no. I'll call back Dr. Abdurahman in a second. But inshallah, we have a recording that we're going to play, and then inshallah, we'll break for Asr at 5:15. Yalla.
I forgot we had Sheikh Ismail's program next. Like Abduni said, Sheikh Ismail could not be here with us. So all of you who know Sheikh Ismail, you know Sheikh Ismail. Sheikh Ismail Ibrahim Mukhtar. For those of you who don't know or don't know a lot about Sheikh Ismail, I like to say a couple of things about Sheikh Ismail. Sheikh Ismail Mukhtar is a very important personality as far as EMC is concerned. And as far as Eritrean Muslims are concerned. Not just him, his entire family are very important people in the history of Islam in Eritrea, in the history of us Muslims in Eritrea. So he is the son of the Sheikh Ibrahim Mukhtar. He was the first ever mufti of in Eritrea before the takeover of the Ethiopian government. He is currently living in Manitoba, Canada. He's an accountant. But what's more important to us about Sheikh Ismail Mukhtar is that he's a researcher. He's an avid, he's a reader, writer. He has contributed many editorials and articles in local Islamic publications and so on and so forth. And most important of all his work, okay, is this book that he has published last year that's called Milestones in the History of Islam in Eritrea. Okay, that was a work that he did for many years. And it is one of its kind. There's not a comprehensive book that was published so far by any scholar that goes deep and covers all aspects of the history of Islam in Eritrea. It covers over probably 150, 200 years and beyond. Starts from the time that the immigrants or the muhajirin came to the land of Habasha. He will talk more about the book in the video because we asked him to present a video to us, and he has sent us a brief synopsis of what the book looks like. So for anybody who has not gotten that book, I take you back to the theme of this convention. The theme of this convention has to do with our heritage and our religion. And we're trying to bring it back to where we just don't disappear in the land of all different nationalities and ethnicities and stuff like that. We need to stand out as Eritreans. We need to know our history as Eritrean Muslims. We need to reestablish the pride that we have as Eritreans and Muslims. And in order for that to happen, we need to know the history, our own history. And this book is not just for the young. I recommend all the young people to read it. But it's not just for the young, because we have a lot of older people who have almost given up on their identity of being Eritreans and Muslims. So I say today, don't give up, because you're deeply rooted in the state of Eritrea, in the country of Eritrea, in the land, in the culture, in the society of this thing called Eritrea. So this book would help you greatly if you were to read it. We have made some copies available. We have some business owners who are able to sponsor free books of Sheikh Ismail Mukhtar. We have some 20 books that we brought to promote this book and to promote its agenda and our agenda as EMC. And we're going to be distributing those 20 books during the, we are having a Discover Eritrea Kahoot game that everybody is going to participate. So winners of the Kahoot game will be provided with a copy of his book. Okay. He has also told us that his this book is available in Arabic. Anybody who wants to read it in Arabic, I tried to secure a few copies of that Arabic version. It just recently came out, but the publisher is in Egypt, and we were not able to communicate properly or early enough to get all those copies here. But that copy, the Egyptian publisher has the Arabic version available for those of you interested. And we were told the Arabic version, if you're an Arabic reader, the Arabic version goes even deeper, explaining, the whole history of Islam in Eritrea. It has more content than the English version. So if you want to know how to get the Arabic version, please let me know. Without any further ado, I think we're going to go play the video for Sheikh Ismail Mukhtar. Wa jazakumullah khair.
Apologies. Due to technical difficulties, we ran out of time. So unfortunately, we're going to have to break now for Asr and for lunch, inshallah. But just wanted to say jazakallah khairan to Sheikh Ismail for sharing these powerful words and reminding of us of our rich history. Inshallah, we're going to break for Asr. The masjid actually already prayed, but we're going to do our own congregation, inshallah. And then after Salat al-Asr, we're going to head to the cafe. Everybody, please have your meal ticket. It should be behind your lanyard. And we're going to have lunch, inshallah. And then anybody that has any children in babysitting can pick them up now, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. And we will continue the program at 7 o'clock, inshallah. Let me get back to you on that. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to share the video, but book sales can be found online on Amazon, inshallah.